on here with y'all, but life be lifing. I feel like that just be a reason for me to be like, I ain't been on here, but life do be life and things be going on and everything. So, and of course, we all like just trying to learn how to cope, right? And then it's like, I'm trying to think about where do I want my channel to go, what I want to do. Well, I know what I want to do with my channel, right? Like, I believe in manifestation. Hi, Kristen. Oh my God, I love you. Like, I know, I'm always practicing manifestation, right? And so, like, and I feel like there's so many coaches out there. My channel is more just like an open diary more than like I'll talk about manifestation and I'll talk about things that I'm doing. But for the most part, I do this because I want to help somebody. Like, I know it's people going through what I'm going through. It's women because I'm a woman. So I can only give this experience through the eyes of a woman. And so I know it's other women going through what I'm going through, and whether it's, you know, just finding out who my specific person is, and trying to make the relationship work with my specific person, or you know, when things come up in my relationship, but just in everything. And I know that things happen to us based on our thoughts we create. I get that. And so even me knowing how much I manifested, knowing how much I've created, knowing that things always still do work out for me, I still have doubts, I still have self-doubt. I feel like I take myself off the pedestal and I put other people on it. And sometimes it don't even have to be like the person I'm dating. It could be a friend. Like, I see when I do that. And I know they say when you take yourself off the pedestal and you put other people in it, then it just kind of like puts you on the back burner or whatever. And I do see how it happens, but I don't know if it's because I'm not spending enough time doing self-care is when I start getting lost in, oh, I don't feel like I have thoughts of, I don't feel like I'm good enough, right? And I know I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough. I know that I am good enough. So where do these thoughts come from? I don't know. Are they deep rooted somewhere inside of my psyche? Maybe. Do I fight them all the time? Like, even the other day, like, I believe in journaling and I write down my affirmations. And the other day I wrote down I wrote down, okay, I'll put it like this. Sometimes your affirmations help with healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they create what you want in your reality, but they also help with healing too. And so I kind of like wrote down these phrases, right? And they weren't necessarily phrases that I wanted, but they are phrases that I feel like were happening to me in real time. And it's like, and I just wanted to write them down and to face them, right? Like, it's so personal. I feel like it's not even one that I really could like tell y'all, but it's like, if I write something and I feel like it was a negative thing that happened to me, then I'll write, okay, well, a way to resolve it, right? And so I had wrote these affirmations down, right? And I put them on my bed. And so for like 2 days, I was walking by them, like on my headboard. And so for 2 days, or like as I would go to sleep or I would think, I would read them, right? And I was like, and in a lot of ways, they made me feel good. I would say they were more like affirmations for closure, if that makes sense. Because I don't know why we feel like we need to have closure as humans. Hi, Parshud Vlogs. Hi, Bunta. I don't feel like, I don't feel like we need to, I feel like for some reason we always feel like we need to have closure, right? And it could be anything. It could be a friendship that ended abruptly. We rehash it in our mind over and over. Well, I said this to my friend. I said that to my friend. Well, now we not friends. Like, should I call and reach out to this friend? Should I da da da? Right? And with friends, I usually know is that as time goes by, if they really are a friend, if you've been a friend a long time, if you really have like love for this person, you reach out, y'all make up, you be cool. But sometimes with relationships, it'd be a totally different dynamic because so many other things come into play. And then like, so I used to be in the Kim Velez coaching group, right? I'm pretty sure I told y'all this story again, but I feel like it ties into what I'm saying. So I used to be in the Kim Velez coaching group. And mind you, it's a paid group, right? So they have this thing called the hot seat. And she would like, so you get on video, you look at everybody, you say everybody. Some people don't, you don't have to get on the video if you don't want to, but most people do because you want to see people's expressions when they talk to you and stuff. And so I never got chose for the hot seat, right? And I was in that group for like 3 months, and it's a paid group, so that's why I'm paying my money. And it was almost like I was so focused on Why am I not being chosen for the hot seat? Why hasn't she picked me for the hot seat, right? Then I was like, so after the first one, I'm like, okay, it's kind of hard to get chosen. So, but then mind you, when I'm saying these things to myself, I'm affirming these things. So my reality has no choice but to not choose me for the hot seat. So finally, I'm like, okay, let me stop focusing on me getting chosen for the hot seat. And let me actually listen to these people's stories that are being chosen. And I'm not saying that anybody's story is worse than another's, because we all feel something. We all go through it. Hi, Diego. Hi, welcome. But what I'm saying is, it was some people in there that had some stories that even made me like, oh, they needed that hot seat more than I did. And not to downplay what I was going through, because I still go through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still go through it. I still go through it now. Hi, your Robux girly. I go through it. When I say I go through it, I mean I fight my intrusive thoughts daily. I fight my intrusive thoughts daily. I be like having to punch my intrusive thoughts like, nah, you are beautiful. You are chosen. You are worthy. You are wonderful. You do have something to add to life, right? So, you know, intrusive thoughts. So one day, as I was in the group, so finally I'm starting to learn to listen to people's stories. And I heard, thank you, Diego. And I heard this lady tell her story, and it was like she was me talking. And then I kind of like understood it. It's not about necessarily getting picked to tell your story. It's about seeing you and others, because everyone is you pushed out, and then trying to grasp what it is that helps to get you past where you at right then. High Flavor 35. And it was funny because so after I was telling lady's story, I quit the group because like now I'm paying for what? I already got what I need to get through listen to what Kim told that lady. 50 bucks says those eyelashes are plastic. They are. I actually stopped wearing fake lashes for a minute, and then I put them on now. I don't know. I'll probably take them off. Hello, where am I from? I'm from California. Hi, Diego. Thank you for subscribing. So, I say all that to say this. I feel like my story is helping somebody. I mean, I've had six. I mean, like, I consider y'all like we like family over here. Like, I consider y'all family. Like, you wanna hop in the inbox, ask me something, need advice, I always go above and beyond. And it's funny because as I hear people tell me their stories, I can instantly see what's going on and help them. But when it comes to me, I can't fucking see what's going on till like after the situation, till after I look at it, analyze it, or write it down. Then I'm like, oh, I could have did this, I could have did that. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, we still human, we learning. We've been raised with all these limited beliefs and as we get older, we realize that getting older means shedding these limited beliefs that society has put on you, your parents, and some parents do it purposely, and then some parents do it because they frustrated, they can't, you know, maybe they don't know the right, like not terminology, but the right phrases or the right things to say to instill into their kid to make sure that their kid don't end up fucked up like them. I think about all these intrusive thoughts every day, right? And and sometimes it just feels like, what's the purpose? What's the purpose? You get up every day. Some days be good, some days be not so good. And even on the not so good days, I still try to dig deep into what's going on in my life and pull out something good to be thankful for. Because I do see that being thankful goes a long way. So I always try to be thankful for what's going on. But because our thoughts create the life we are in or the experiences we go through, I often wonder, why do I create things I don't want for me? Or why do I create things I don't want to happen to me in my reality, right? And, you know, okay, yeah, don't rehash the old story, right? If something happened you don't like, don't tell it to your friends. Don't rehash it. Well, guess what? I sometimes have a problem with it. It be like, I be needing to get it out. I be needing to talk about it. I rehash it. And I know that when you rehash that stuff, it holds on to it. And it even gets to a point where I have to get to a point for myself where I finally be like, okay, Karma, stop rehashing the story. Let the old story, like, you want to live in the old story, or do you want to get past that and move on to back to being to your happy place? Because happiness comes from within, right? It's nobody outside of us that's gonna come in and make us happy if we can't already understand what happiness is on our own. Parshu, thank you. I appreciate your subscribe. Um, and like lately when I come on here, it's just a vent to y'all because I have friends, but I know, like, you know, with friends, they have their own life too, and you like want to talk to them or cry on their shoulder, but you don't want it to always be like, oh, I only call my friends when I have a problem, or I only call my friends when things are going right. I mean, I call my friends when things are going too, and I definitely am a friend that shows up. Like, so I definitely can't say that, oh, I'm not, but because I am. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Like, some people are manifesting for them to be perfect in their reality, or for others to always see them as perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like, and that's okay with me. Like, I kind of, for my rule of thumb in my world is the people that's for me, they gonna gravitate towards me. And even if we argue, even if we fuss, and I mean, like, even like relationship or even friends, that these people still gonna be around, right? But that also comes to with just maturity and maturing, right? And then I realized that, you know, well, I really don't have childhood baggage, quote unquote. Like, I used to have childhood baggage, I did, but I overcame it. I overcame it just by facing it. I faced, you know, why did I feel this way during my childhood? You know, okay, so you know, you can also revise things that happen in your past. You can revise anything. Like, even what I'm going through right now, I'm definitely probably gonna revise, you know, because I'm so, like, even though I tell y'all that I don't really do astrology videos anymore, I am still a Pisces, right? But I don't consider myself like the typical Pisces. Like, I don't, everything don't make me emotional, right? Like, some stuff that be going on, I could just look at it, not give a damn, go on, right? And then, but I feel like when I operate like that, eventually something happens that like opens the floodgates to everything feeling like it's falling apart. And then usually when I feel like things are starting to fall apart, I always just remind myself that even when it feel like things are falling apart, it's really coming together for you, you know? And I tell myself that a lot. And I think a lot of creating the reality you want for you is just telling yourself these thoughts and telling yourself these affirmations until they until they harden into facts. And then not being so hard on yourself when you, like, sometimes I just can't pull myself up, and I feel like I'm falling into this black hole. And it's like I'm trying to just, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever just feel like you just falling, free falling into a black hole, and then for a minute it's like you like, fuck it, I'm gonna just fall into this hole. I'm gonna let this abyss take me over. If it could be tears, it could be gluttonous towards food, it could be overindulgence in sex. I'm just talking about the things that we know that we are overindulging in, that we need to do in moderation, right? So for a while, if when I feel like I'm going in this black hole, I'll just free fall, and then eventually I'll start like feeling like okay, you can't keep free falling. You just free falling. You're not living. You're not walking in your purpose when you let yourself just free fall and let stuff just happen, and you're not controlling what's going on around you. Like, just with your thoughts, right? So then I'll like pull myself out of the dark. I pat myself on the back. I'm proud of myself because I have learned how to pull myself out of a lot of dark places, like a lot of dark places, you know. I don't know. So like these last couple of days, I've been, because of how I've been feeling internally, everything around me and my reality and my 3D reality, my physical world has kind of been like mirroring what I'm going through. So like I kind of got into it with my son. Then it kind of trickled over into my daughter because none of them have kids, so they don't understand what it's like to be a parent. And then my oldest, my daughter said something to me that made me feel like, okay, Karma, well, at the end of the day, you are the parent. So, you know, like, you can't push all this stuff onto your kids, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I feel like they good, happy kids. Like, they get good grades, they go to school, people love them. I can send them out into the world and know that they represent me in a good fashion. I know they're not going to be out doing stupid stuff or fighting or just, you know what I'm saying? So I know that they really good kids. So I try to not be so hard on them. But when I'm going through something, when I'm going through something, I, even if I just stay in my room and go through it, it's like the invisibleness of what I'm going through that I cannot see, it pours out into those around me. And then it kind of just makes it feel like everything is falling apart for me. Usually that's when I come on here and talk to you guys, because talking to you guys or helping you guys or answering your questions, it makes me feel like I'm just pulling myself out of this dark hole that I'm in. I really love you guys, actually. Like if like, because I feel like love can be physical, love can be words of affirmation, love can be acts of service, but love can also just be harboring something in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to see it every day or play with it every day or talk to it every day, but to know that you love it. And I just really feel like me telling my story is somebody else out there who been going through the stuff I've been going through, and I want you to know that you're gonna make it out on the, like, even now. I'm sad, y'all. I'm a little sad. I really don't want to go into the old story because it just creates more of it. But the truth is that I feel something. I feel some type of way, and I've been like reading up online, right? So I was reading like about unrequited love, and then I was reading about being ignored, and then like you go through all these stages of, and then you read the stuff and you're like, okay, well, that makes sense. And then I was kind of like reading on astrology, right? Just reading stuff to keep my mind, from not wandering into a dark place, right? I always do that. I have a lot of books. So then I was like, okay, I could sit here and I could read this stuff, right? But does this stuff define my reality, or do I do? Like, yeah, people like Reddit. Yeah, people get on there and they tell their stories. You relate to their stories. It's Reddit. So you know it's other humans like you going through stuff and you hear their advice. But ultimately, we are creating the experiences that we are going through. So yeah, I could read something on Reddit and I could feel like it is what I'm going through. Just like when the Kim Velez group, when the lady had a story very so much similar to mine. I had a breakthrough after she got her story out and Kim helped her. And it's like, and it did help me, but it doesn't define who I am or what I do or how I walk or how I talk, or I'm still me. But we all are kind of like at some point going through the same experiences, because everyone literally is you pushed out. Then sometimes I feel like, damn, like, what you tripping over, girl? You got a roof over your head, you got a car to drive, you got food, you got money, like. And that's when I started to say, okay, well, sometimes you got to go back to basics, being grateful for what you got, being grateful for what's working out, being grateful for even just having my health, my kids' health. My little one, my 8-year-old, had a headache last night, and I was like, okay, well, I was just rubbing her. When I finally got home, I was rubbing her down and stuff. I'm like, she gonna feel better. She gonna feel better. Then I realized, because I was like, hey, why she got a headache? What's going on? She had been wearing her glasses for a few days. And I know that when you don't wear your glasses, you do squint more. Like me, when I feel myself squinting too much or my eyes starting to get heavy, like I'm sleepy, I'll put my glasses on because I don't have any contacts right now. I ripped them all up. Ripped my contacts. So I'm like, okay. And so sure enough, and plus that screen time too. But even the doctor told me that, because at one point my eyes were like getting really yellow. I had to go to the doctors and like, what's going on? And they told me it was because too much screen time. And sure enough, once I stopped being on the phone all night, my eyes kind of went back to a normal color. So I kind of just, I don't know if I'm affirming that, okay, she just need to wear her glasses more. She'll be okay. But nevertheless, her headache has gone away. I'm grateful and I'm thankful that my baby is doing better and she have her glasses on. So it be so much going on. I manifest for my kids. I manifest for the special person in my life. I manifest for everybody, all my friends. They call me and they tell me good news, and I'll be like, okay, this gonna work out for them. That's gonna work out for them. It's gonna be like I'm that type of person where I always want, even if I'm mad, even if I feel like I don't know what's going on, even if I feel like I can't explain what's going on, even if I feel like I can't put it into words, I still be manifesting the best for everybody around me, because I know that they don't really know about manifestation. Like, unless you look into it and you really want to change the way you see things and change your reality, you're not gonna know. And I know that, people around me, they still got hangups from their childhood, or they lost their parents, or they lost a spouse, or I get it. I get it. And it's like I want to tell everybody, but I know, like, really it goes down to the inner work too. Like, you got to work on who you are as a person, how you see yourself, how others see you. Are you showing up for yourself? Because showing up for yourself means, literally, it could just mean getting up and making your bed, or getting up and making you a cup of coffee, or just showing up for yourself, doing the little things, the little routine in your life that makes things run smooth for you. Are you showing up for yourself? Some people like a shopping spree, but maybe you ain't got the money for a shopping spree. Paint your toes, paint your nails. If it's even putting some lashes on, like the little things. I learned that doing the little things help to pull me out of a lot of dark places I be in. And then sometimes I feel like when I don't have nobody to talk to, I come on here and I talk to y'all, because whether you respond or not, or I get views or not, I feel like my chip that was on my shoulder, it gets like released for talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just say I love y'all. Y'all really have been a big part of my life. Like, YouTube really has been a big part. It's like, for me, it's an open diary. It's a way to meet people across the world. Like, for some reason, because being a human, we all want human connection. We want to be around people. We want to laugh. We want to have fun. But sometimes it's like, as a human, we don't want to deal with the real side of life too, though. Like, we want to like skirt over the bad stuff and just indulge in all the good stuff. But I mean, life come in stages. Life gonna throw you a curveball. It's so funny too, because like earlier today, I had to run an errand. Right, I had to run an errand, y'all. And on the way from me, it's like timing. Timing is funny. Timing is everything. The universe is always working out the timing for you. So in the midst of me coming home from running my errand, I seen my original SP, y'all. Like, and I just was like, and I was like, like I told y'all, I've been like kind of like in this dark place these last couple of days. And I actually, my original specific person has ran across my mind a few times. Not even that I want to be with them, or I don't love them no more, or nothing like that. But he run across my mind. I always think about my original specific person, because that was the person who I learned so much about manifestation with. I learned about my stated kinesthetics, how to go to sleep to shit get better. I learned how to write if you can't release what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the techniques you learn with manifestation. I learned that with my original SP. So I always equate things, and like even with my original SP, we never did like get back together like in a relationship, but he definitely did make advances towards me to get to. It could have been that, but by that time, it wasn't really what I wanted no more. I had just pushed on and want something different. So just seeing my original, and it's like we don't really cross. Like, my original SP was on my dark team. So, but I'm not on a dark team no more. So it's like I hardly see my original SP anymore. So for me to be on my way home, it was just like, I felt like it was like BBL, Birds Before Land, from the universe. That like the universe hears your thoughts and it brings them into your reality. So what are you thinking, Karma? Are you thinking the best? Okay, I'll see you later, Partial. Thank you for coming in. Like, so I think so when I see my original specific person, he came into my reality. I definitely know that I manifested that for sure. Just basically like having random ass thoughts about this, and not even, and like random ass thoughts. Like, when I say random thoughts, it be like, dang, I think about everything I went through with my original specific person. When I say original, I mean when I learned what manifestation was, I started looking into manifestation. I started looking into manifestation because I needed some money at the time, and I ended up did get a large amount of money, but. But once you start getting into about the money, then you learn about, oh, you can have a relationship you want, or you can have a person you want. And it doesn't matter if they're a celebrity, because I've had celebrities inbox me on Instagram. So it's like, I'm telling you, like, it works. Where your thoughts have been, what you see, what you imagine in your mind does come to your reality. I just, I guess I'm starting to embrace the factor that the intrusive thoughts are going to be there. And the thing is, just once they start to get there, what are you going to say to yourself to supersede those intrusive thoughts? If your intrusive thoughts are, oh, I'm too fat, you're not too fat. You're perfect the way you are. Like you you can be loved any size you are. Don't let society tell you you have to be a size 6 to be loved. Like that's crazy. Like no, you don't. Like you know what I'm saying? Like stop letting we let society run us. We let society tell us who we are, tell us how we should dress, tell us how we should look, and oh, we should wear lashes. Oh, we shouldn't wear lashes. Like even with the person talking about my lashes plastic, of course they plastic. These are not my lashes. This is come on now. It's besides these lashes, I have no makeup on. So like this is not. It's like this is me, basically in the most natural form I could be, without me taking these lashes off. This is me in my natural state. If lashes, I don't even know why lashes bother people. If you don't like them, there's somebody who don't wear them. Like actually, for a long time, I didn't even wear lashes. I made a short on why I stopped wearing them. Right. Then I started wearing them again. It's a love-hate relationship with these lashes, but y'all know what I'm saying. Plus, too, I feel like they cover my tears when I cry. They do. They cover like, because when I don't have them, you can just see my irises and you can see my eyeballs, and I feel like, and I hate when I feel a certain way or I don't feel my best version of me, and then people notice it. So sometimes, like if I be out and I'm not feeling good or I don't feel my best, I will literally affirm like nobody notices I'm going through it. Because sometimes I do want to just walk through life and just not be seen, if that makes sense. And not because I feel like I'm not good enough to be seen, or not because I feel quote unquote unseen or heard, but just because I want to still absorb the energy of humans around me. I just don't want nobody to like put me on a spot if I'm going through it at that time. I don't like that. So I don't know. As I've been sitting here talking to y'all, I've been contemplating, should I share what's going on with me on a deeper level? Should I let it go? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this was like just a venting video because I need to talk. I need to get things off my mind. Um, just so many things have been going on. Like I had been kind of like manifesting to move. I want a new place. I'm ready to move. I'm ready for a new beginning. And now I feel like I'm stalemated because what am I actually doing to push that forward? But another affirmation I do have is I don't have to lift a finger. I don't have to lift a finger for my manifestations to come true. Is that me being a procrastinator? Is that me being lazy? No. If I feel like I need to move, or if I feel like there's something going on that inspires me to move or act on something, I do. As long as it's not going to like get me in trouble or nothing. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like if I do feel inspired, then I act on stuff. But for the most part, right now, I just feel like I don't even want to make not one move. I want my manifestations to just fall into my lap. And then another thing, when my intrusive thoughts start to kick in, I'll be finding myself more at home in my bed, want to be in my bed, or even might cry, right? But it's like, okay, well, how many days of that can you do, right? Like you can't, I mean, you can lay in your bed and cry or vent, and then your manifestations still come true, or things work out for you. Definitely, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, because the universe is always the moving things around to work out for us. But I don't want to have that type of life. I want to be able to reach deep down inside myself, pull out the strength that I need to carry on, because I still have to be a mother, I still have to be a friend, I still have to be in a relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you feel like you just want to lay down and say F all this stuff. I don't want to deal with none of it, but I can't do that. I can't give up. I can't quit. So it'll be days like today when I just be feeling a certain way and I be needing to talk to somebody and it don't be nobody to talk to. Then I just come on here and I talk to y'all and I vent to y'all. Am I perfect? No. I've never wanted to be perfect. I've always been different. Like just even in elementary school, I noticed I was different. And then in high school, I actually went to a predominantly white high school, so it was only like a handful of black kids. So by default, we all hung out. But I still even felt like I was part of the group because I was black. but I still felt like I was me and I was different. And I actually have friends that I still have from high school. So suffice it to say that they really were real friendships that really did like last over the long haul. I'm gonna cry, y'all. I'm getting emotional, and I'm so grateful to that. Like when I just went to New Orleans, I did get to see my friend from high school. She was in Arizona actually, but I did get to see my friend. It made me really happy. It made me happy because for every person that walks out of your life, right, or for every friendship or relationship that doesn't work out, it just make you like thankful to the ones that do, thankful to the ones that stand the test of time, thankful for my friends that still be here when I feel like I'm not the best version of me. Like those are the people that I love. I love people who stick around when I'm not the best version of me. And not even, it could be anything. It could just be me being full of doubts, me feeling like I ain't good enough, or just like I kind of don't really worry about money, because since I do know about manifestation, like I don't worry about money. Money comes to me. Money comes to me easily. Like I always get cash apps. I always get direct deposits. Like these are affirmations I tell myself, but this is actually really the truth too. Like so, but it's like, but then I have to realize that others around me still worry about money. So when I try to say stuff like, okay, you'll get it back, or don't worry about it, or let's see what we can do, like I try to uplift, and sometimes I get pushback because, if people don't understand how money is just energy and it comes to us, then of course they're gonna see, they're gonna think the negative stuff, and then too, I had to learn how to like either be quiet or kind of like back up when things get like that, because I don't want somebody else's negative way of thinking to become mine. You have to, like, a lot of part of creating the reality you want is just telling yourself things are gonna get better. This too shall pass. Things are working out in your favor. And if anything, sometimes I know it sounds like a redundant affirmation, but it's really not, because you gotta believe, you got to believe that no matter what is going on in the 3D, that it's working out for you, that you're going through the pain. Hey, if you're in an abusive relationship or you're in an abusive situation, leave. Look, I always say that. Now, I don't get, that's not the type of pain I think you should go through. You need to leave. But what I'm saying is, like, just the pain of discovering who you are, discovering why you may feel like you less than. Like, why do you feel like you less than? Did your parent tell you that as a kid? Did some kid at school tell you that when you was a kid? And it's like these things, and usually people that's telling you that stuff is something that was pushed onto them, and they kind of like don't even know but to push it onto you too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when is the generational curse gonna break? Like, who's gonna be the one to stop that? Like me. I raise my hand. I want to be the person to stop the generational curses. I want to be the person to stop, to break the chain. Like, I don't want to keep this cycle going, whether it's my kids, my friends, my um, significant other relationships. Like, so I'm always looking for ways to improve myself, right? And like I said, I join other people groups. I listen to what they chat about. I listen to other people's problems. I try not to comment on what other people's problems are, even though I sometimes can see what it is, because for one, if it's not my channel or my group, then who am I to do that? But for two, I feel like, they will come, like the people that need me will come to my channel, or they'll come to my inbox, like, and I will be able to help them. And I think, like, it's like manifestation is perfect. Creating the life you want is perfect, meaning that everything around you is working to create what you want for it to work out in your favor. So it works out perfectly, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a perfect person in order to get your manifestation. I feel like you still might let your intrusive thoughts win. You still might have an argument with your kids, have an argument with your boyfriend. It don't mean that you less than, that you're not deserving. You are still deserving. You are still chosen. Even sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing I put on my list. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing I put on my list, that I do not feel chosen, right? And I know I shouldn't say that to myself. It's okay. And I wrote it down like it's some type of affirmation. And I did put another little piece to the end of it, like, okay, well, I choose me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but then it's like I get to the point where I have to sit down and say, why do you not feel chosen? When you create your reality, your thoughts are creating. So if I write on a piece of paper, I don't feel chosen, and then I read it for the next 2 days, then of course things in my reality have to reflect where my thoughts have been. Okay, so I ripped the fucking letter off my bed. I was like, okay, I can't keep reading this stuff. I know this stuff happened. I know it's all past now. So I had to, this how I pull myself out of these dark holes when I get into them. I'm just telling y'all. So I ripped off, took the letter. I was like, okay, stop saying this stuff to yourself. Stop reading this. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. You are chosen. You are loved. Everybody around you loves you. Like, even when you're not your best, the people that love you still love you. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm pulling myself off this dark, deep hole. I'm pulling myself out this deep hole. Like, when I was younger, before I knew about manifestation, before I became a mature adult, I would be depressed a lot because I would find faults in myself and I would just think about them until they made me cry, right? And I was like that for a long time. I was like, and I don't know, some people say, oh, it's because you're a Pisces and you're emotional. Okay, yeah, maybe it is. But now I'm more prone to looking at it and being like, okay, that's what's going on. Nah, we gonna change that. We gonna change the way we see it. Like, now, if I catch myself don't having intrusive thoughts, I try to get ahead of them so that they don't overwhelm me. And sometimes they still do. I feel like am I bottling things up, and then when something finally happened to me, now it all pours out into my reality and I can't control it. Like, just how I just was just crying right now, like, y'all, like, I've been crying, y'all, for the last 3 days, and I know that the more you cry, the more you bring on more crying. So it's like, okay, well, you gotta stop, like, yo, like, but I haven't cried real, like, just tears. I feel like tears can be watering your soul, releasing the emotions, releasing the energy. I haven't really cried in a long, maybe some years, just for me to actually just lay down in my bed and have a cry and pour out what is going on with me. It's been a while. So maybe it's for my betterment, right? Maybe it's for my betterment to let those emotions out. Maybe it's for my betterment to express them, right? I've even had to talk myself off the ledge. I've been having violent thoughts. Like, I've been having violent thoughts, y'all. Like, I've been having violent thoughts, but and it is funny because at the time that I was having violent thoughts, like doing something or whatever to somebody, no, none of my friends answer the phone. None of my friends answer the phone. Like, you know how you, like, call your friend, like, girl, I need you to talk me off the ledge. Like, none of them answer the phone. Then I had to say, okay, well, nobody's answering the phone right now, right? You're going to have to talk yourself off of this ledge, Karma. You're going to have to talk yourself off this ledge. And I did. And I'm proud of myself for that. Like, I am, because it's a part of being mature. It's a part of being a grown woman. It's a part of life, knowing when to talk yourself off a ledge, knowing when to hold on, knowing when to let go. Life comes in so many seasons. I don't know, it's just so much going on with me just internally, and it's like I be having to, like, put on this happy face and go out into the world, because I still got to make money. I still got to hustle. The bills still got to be paid. So even if I do want to lay down and cry for 3 days straight, eventually at some point I have to get up and go hustle and make some money and pay the bills and make school's about to start. I got to make sure the kids got the clothes they need. I still have to cook. You know, y'all don't even know how many times I didn't cook through tears. Like, you know, because, you know, being a mom, like, you got to be a mom no matter what's going on with you. I don't know. I just needed to talk. I needed to talk, and I needed to feel like somebody was listening, even if it's just one person on here listening. I just really needed to talk. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that my friends don't be here for me, my mom don't be here for me, or it's not to say that people don't be here for me, because they do, but, you know, I don't know. It's just, life is just, where I should be happy right now, I'm doubting myself, and I'm letting my intrusive thoughts in, and I'm not letting myself be happy, and I'm not. It's like I'm not letting myself be happy. I'm not letting myself accept happiness. I'm just, ugh. Like, I just cannot explain it. I'm trying to explain it to y'all. I'm trying to explain to y'all what I'm going through right now, but I'm trying to tell y'all the ways that I get myself up out of this, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's a depression because I still get dressed. I still think I'm cute. I still can laugh. I still can find the laughter in things. So I definitely know I'm not depressed, but something is going on because my tears are flowing so easily. Like, what the freak? I'm usually not this soft. Like, usually I could just boss up and be like, girl, stop. You know? I don't know, y'all. I just really don't know. I'm just all over the place today. I want to come on here and talk to y'all because I know I ain't been on here in a minute. I know y'all probably feel like I be neglecting y'all, and I don't. It just be life, and it's a lot to try to come on here, content every day, all of that, but I still like to come on here. I feel like when I'm gone, which I pray is a long time from now, like I pray I'm an old lady and an old grandma or an old great-great-grandma, but I feel like my stories, me coming on here, me talking to y'all, it's like giving the world a piece of me back. Like, I'm giving the world a piece of me. Like, I'm letting the world know who I am, and I like that. I don't really hold too much back from YouTube. Like, for what? Like, I'm a real person going through real things, living a real life. Like, I share my successes with y'all. Like, when I had my store, when I bought my BMW, like, I share my successes, but I feel like, who would I be if I didn't share my pain with y'all too? You know? So, I mean, I know I'm gonna be cool. I know this will pass. I know whatever it is I'm feeling, it's gonna come, it's gonna go, and I will be okay. Like, I'm always okay. Like, that's the affirmation I have. I'm always okay. I have to be okay. Like, I have an 8-year-old, so I can't lay down. I can't stop. I can't stop pushing. I have to push these kids to be their best. I have to teach my baby how to control her little emotions and everything like that. And I don't like for my kids to see me cry. So a lot of the times if I cry, it'll be like late at night, or it'll be like I'll be in my room and I'll just tell them like, well, don't bother me, I'm going to sleep. But really I'll be in here crying. Like being a parent, being a single parent, because I'm not married, right, is like, it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But I get up and I do it every day because I love them. Like, even if they make me mad, they don't wash dishes, they don't take the trash out, which I try to affirm they do. They wash dishes, they take the trash out. Like, but it's like sometimes I don't know why I feel like I be getting exhausted. Like, I be getting exhausted, but I don't know what that's stemming from. I guess because sometimes I just want my life to be on autoplay and I don't have to like necessarily micromanage every thought. We have 70,000 thoughts a day. So I'm like, and out of those 70,000, I'll say probably about like 20,000 will be intrusive thoughts that I don't even want, and they still happen. Like, even the other day, y'all, so the other day I found this new subliminal by Lena something or other. So it was a subliminal about letting go of your ex, right? Because my thing is like getting closure from past relationships, right? Getting closure from past relationships. But what is closure? Because like literally all of my exes have tried to come back. So I don't know. Is it closure? I don't know what. But so I was like, okay, well, let me listen to this subliminal, right? Because maybe it'll just free up my heart from some of this stuff that I harbor, right? Because a lot of the work is letting go, either letting go of the past or revising the past. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to subliminal. It was just saying stuff like, you are chosen, and it was saying, you have the right to be happy. You have the right to feel free. Like, just things that we really need to hear. And, when you listen to these things at night, when you sleep, they get into your subconscious, and your subconscious is where you create from. And so I fell asleep to this subliminal, and I had this dream. So now I'm going to tell you about this dream I had, because this is a dream. So the dream was, I dreamed about, I had got a new house, and it was really big, and a lot of people came, like family, friends came, they brought their kids, and everybody kind of was like in one room, right? Which is fine. If it was like everybody was kind of in a room doing their own thing. Like, some people's like, one room was like the baby room where like the diapers were being changed and stuff, and another room was like the kids were playing in it, right? This is my dream. And so I'm like, okay. So I start to go to each room, and I start to check on the people in the rooms, right? So like the baby room had diapers on the floor. I'm like, well, hey, y'all need to pick these diapers up, right? I'm like, come on now, y'all can't do that. This is my new house. Why y'all doing that, right? Then in the kid room, it was like the kids was messing up the bed. It was just so many different things going on in so many different rooms. So when I woke up and I was thinking about the dream I had, and it's crazy because this dream was like 2 days ago because I listened to this subliminal for 2 nights. And so, and I still remember it so vividly. And I realized that that dream was speaking to me about boundaries because I invited everybody into my house. I gave them the space to have their own room to do what they needed to do while they were in my house. But it was like, at some point I started to let people overstep my boundaries because they were throwing diapers on the floor. They weren't controlling their kids jumping on the furniture. Like, and I saw, so I'm like, okay, boundaries. And I tried to listen to the subliminal, but I ended up falling asleep again. But I'm assuming maybe there was something in that subliminal about boundaries, and then I ended up dreaming about that scenario, which to me just means that I need to work on my boundaries in life, right? But then here's the thing. As soon as I start expressing what my boundaries are, it felt like I started getting pushback, right? So now I'm expressing what my boundaries are. I'm expressing how I feel. I'm expressing what's making me upset. But I feel unheard. I feel unheard. Just like in the dream I had when I feel like people wasn't listening to me about respecting my house. Like now, even in my reality, I feel like I'm expressing my boundaries and I'm still not being heard. And why is that? Like I gotta tell myself I'm always heard. I'm always seen. I'm understood by those who love me. You know, I'm surrounded by people who want to understand me. I'm surrounded by people who are supportive of me. I am supportive of those around me. I put myself in places where I can be around people who have give and take relationships, whether it is friends, whether it is dating, whether it is like, I'm like, these are things that we think about, these are things that we deal with. But for me, sometimes I feel like when I think about these specific things every day, when I deal with these specific things every day, sometimes they get overwhelming for me. They get so overwhelming to where I will spend days in my bed trying to regroup, trying to get my energy back, trying to just, trying to just get my footing back so that I can push forward with what my purpose is. I want to help others, and I want to help people, and I want to help somebody who feel like they not worthy to know that they are worthy and that their worthiness comes from within. Your worthiness don't come from nobody outside of you. You don't need validation from people outside of you. Well, the only validation you need is the validation from within yourself, right? And once you learn to give yourself that validation, people around you conform to the ideas of what you have for yourself. So if anything right now, what I'm focusing on, I want my tears to dry up. I want my heart to be okay. I want a better relationship just with my kids. I want a better relationship with the person that I have feelings for. But I know that trying to I'm very expressive, so I'll express what's going on with me. But at some point, I know that I have to go inside myself and do the inner work in order for my outside reality to catch up to where I want to be. So that's the work I've been doing lately. Just working on my more my thoughts have been, where my mind has been. And even with me writing that list of like not so good things about myself, I wanted to kind of like look at it in face and see how I could switch them around. I don't regret writing that list. I don't regret reading it. It's all a part of the process of me healing from certain things that are going on with me. So I don't regret it. I think that when I get off this video, I will write a new list of opposite of the things I had on the old list, right? And just try to move forward from there. Like, I could talk and talk and talk, but right now, I think I'm just going to spend a little time journaling and just spend some time just trying to, like, self-soothe. You know what I mean? So hopefully next time I come on here, I'm in better spirits, I'm feeling better, and I just have some good news. I just feel like things are working in my favor no matter what it looks like in the 3D. I'm going to try to let the old story go. I will let the old story go. I will not tell the old story no more. I have told the old story today to 2 people. Cause like nobody it was answering the phone when I needed to talk, but then like everybody started coming back after a while. So I did share the story with 2 people. Okay, but I got it out. They said what I thought they would say. And now the work to do is to let the old story go and focus on my inner self and what's going on with me and how I can get myself past how I'm feeling on the inside, because what I'm feeling on the inside right now is definitely creating stuff I don't want in my reality. So thank you guys for listening. I love you guys so much. You guys heal me in ways that you don't know. Just knowing that I could turn this camera on and talk to anybody, everybody, people across the world, and like somebody, even if people come in and out, they stay the whole time. I love you, YouTube, so much. Y'all are a part of my healing process. Like I couldn't be a better person without y'all. Like I could not have turned into a better person without y'all, YouTube. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys later.